1974, High Times Magazine has been the chronicle of the cannabis community. The Russ Belville Show visits with West Coast editor Dave Bienenstock for a look forward to the next issue and the next marijuana events in our High Times preview.
It's High Times, and we're trying to get Mike G on the phone, but I imagine he might be a little distracted. Let's see if we can get the call through to him. Calling him on his cell phone. I believe he's in Denver with the rest of the crew, and he may not have recalled the fact that we were scheduled to talk today, but we're coming up with 420 in Denver, Colorado. Do we have you there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Mike, we got you. Radical Russ here at the Russ Belville Show, and we got Mike G from High Times Magazine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, we're all here. The High Times staff is all hanging out.
All in Denver right now, so I understand all week long there's been stuff going on there. Yeah,
it's been a good scene. We're getting things kicked off tomorrow night. Friday, we have Snoop Lion performing at the Fillmore here in Colorado.
Wow.
And then Saturday, the Cup actually kicks off at noon, then Slightly Stupid in Cypress Hill that evening at Red Rocks. And, of course, our award show Sunday night at EXDO Event Center, so jam-packed.
And are we crowning a new Miss High Times at this event?
We are, yes. That'll be on Sunday evening at the awards show. Our senior editor, Bobby Black, is going to crown the new Miss High Times. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah. We had Bobby Black on the Herb Thrasher Show a couple weekends ago, and he was telling us a little bit about that and all the other events that are coming up. When did you get there into Denver?
I just flew in last night, and with the snow and everything, the flight was delayed about 4 hours, but I was lucky enough to get in safely, and we're getting ready to start things up.
Snow? Good God, man. Snow? Are we going to pack snowshoes for this thing?
Ridiculous. Yeah, a lot of snow here. It was 70 in New York when we left, so kind of a bummer, but I think it's supposed to warm up a bit this weekend. We're expecting some nice weather, and which is good because a lot of the event is outside in the medicating and recreating area.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit of fun, having a whole bunch of tourists come in for the first 420, building snowmen. We could have some fun out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Snowball fights. All right. So we're looking forward to at least getting a little bit warmer weather. What is it, supposed to be in the 50s or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to get up to the 50s, and, in Colorado, when it's clear and the sun is out, it's nice and warm and very comfortable, so I think it won't be a problem.
All right. Now, I've been watching our chat room over the past few days, and I saw some people talking about this. They didn't understand, what is it that, like, it's a Cannabis Cup and everyone can go to it, but there's also a medical area. Explain to people why there's a difference and what's going on with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when we started doing the cups stateside, they were all medical. And, we've always had a lot of respect for the state's medical laws, and we wanted to create an environment where medical patients from that state can, medicate safely and check out all these cool, advances in medical marijuana. So for Colorado, we wanted to do the first ever U.S. Cup where, people from across the country can enter and win that. But we also wanted to stick to our roots sort of with the stateside stuff and also respect medical. So we have both. If you're a medical patient from Colorado, you'll have the opportunity to go in and medicate if you have your card and everything. And if you're just from Kansas or Nebraska or wherever and you're coming in and you're over the age of 21, you could recreate and just, smoke. So yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
All right. So there'll be one section where anybody on the planet who's 21 or older could be smoking weed. And then there's another section where medical patients from Colorado can be medicating.
Exactly, yeah. If you are a medical patient, you have your card, you're from Colorado, you have access to both, but it's only going to be Colorado medical patients in the medicating area. There's actually a large medicating space. If your listeners had attended the Cup last year, it's that same space at EXDO where the medicating area is. And then we have a very large sort of open lot where the recreating area is, but there's also a little medicating annex there as well. So if you're a Colorado pot patient, you've got two options for medicating, and everyone else has this really big, awesome recreating area where they can go in. Yeah, it should be great.
Well, make sure that if you're sick, that you get to the medical area so that you get the medical benefit from it. You wouldn't want to be in the recreation area where it's just for fun.
No. There's no medical benefit to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're ailing, please hit up the medical area.
Now, is there also vendors in the medical area that you're not going to see in the recreational area?
Yeah, some of the medical dispensaries here in Colorado wanted to be specifically in that medicating area, and they're just they're sticking to their medical roots, and that's awesome. And we're very supportive of that. So yeah, there are vendors specifically in the medicating area, and then other ones specifically in the recreating area.
Gotcha.
So it's a nice mix, and I think everybody, no matter if they're a patient from Colorado or coming from out of state, they're going to have a great time. Lot to see, lot to do.
Now, another issue with the cup, and I'm glad to see this, it looks as though you guys have put together some sort of rules for people that are offering samples of concentrates. Can you explain that?
Say again? I'm sorry, I lost you a little bit.
There was something I saw new that you were having some rules set up for any of the people that would be offering samples of concentrates.
No, I'm not 100% sure about that. It's we're definitely like the whole dabbing thing. Has become a bit of an issue. We're trying to keep it. We're trying to keep it as safe as possible. So for anybody who's offering dabs to recreating people or medicating people, we just want them to be as safe as possible. We're going to have extra seating, so if they're not feeling well, they could sit down. There's going to be lots of water available. Right. So, if they're feeling lightheaded, they could sit down, have a little water, and just kind of, cool out a little bit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, is the fact that we're taking some care now to make sure, those of us out here on the West Coast, it might just be another day at the dabber, but for someone coming in who's never experienced this before, we got to give them a place to sit, we got to give them some water, make sure everything's cool for them.
Exactly, yeah, because the thing is, dabs are great, but if you're not used to it, it could be a very intense experience, especially your first time. So we just want everyone to be as safe as possible, and we're trying to, install some safety measures to make sure that happens.
Now, we've heard everything is sold out. True?
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's been incredible. We never anticipated that it was going to sell that well. So it's about roughly a crowd of 12,000 we're anticipating for the Saturday and Sunday event. We've got a little over 2,000 for the Snoop Lion show, and just everything is sold out. So yeah, we don't want you coming down there and trying to get tickets at the day of, because it is completely sold out.
Yeah, and if it's completely sold out, but you'll be able to catch some live coverage right here on 420radio.org. We'll be streaming live from the event, and you can get all your updates. And a lot of the High Times crew will stop by. We'll go and interview all the vendors and stuff, so you get some of the experience if you can't make it there. Mike, I'm wondering, when you guys are ticketing for this and getting the info on who's buying tickets, do you have any demographics, like how many people are coming from out of state or even out of the country?
Yeah, it's been cool. We do the ticketing through Eventbrite, which is like an online ticketing website, and they do have that map where you can kind of see where everybody is purchased and where they're coming from, and it's a great mix. It's really very encouraging, because you have a lot of people from Colorado, all parts of Colorado, but then you have a lot of people just coming from out of state, the neighboring states especially. The people are flying in from the East Coast, from the West Coast, a bit overseas. But it's been very, U.S. centric, and it's a great mix. Like all states are involved, and encouragingly, a lot of West Coast people coming out from states that actually have medical laws in place. They're coming out to check this out, so that's great.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people are really excited to meet some of the vendors and some of the people in the Colorado industry, because while other medical marijuana states like here in Oregon have had a, don't ask, don't tell with respect to buying and selling weed, in Colorado, it's got one of the, most regulated, industries out there. Have you had a chance to go out to some of these, warehouse grows, some of these regulated grows and shops and experience this?
Well, I just got in yesterday, but previously, this is our third cup in Denver, and previously I've had the opportunity to check out some of the grow spots, and because we've shot video and we've done articles on it, and it really is amazing how well regulated it all is. They have the medical marijuana enforcement division here, so they're checking it out from seed to sale every step of the way. They do a great job making sure that it's all within the rules that they've established for Colorado. So it's a very impressive, system. Obviously, with anything like this, there are growing pains and there's room for improvement, but I do think they do a really good job of making sure that everything is by the books.
So when people are there at the Cup, you're going to get to see all these vendors of various, not just the gold rush, but the pick and shovels, is the way I like to put it out, all the ancillary businesses and such. Every time I go to one of these events, Mike, I find that there's one vendor or one product that catches my eye, from this Cup, from the next Cup, from the next Cup. There's always one where I go, oh, that's the event of the Cup. Have you seen, any of the vendors coming in? Is there anything you're looking forward to as a new experience at this Cup?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, there's always a bunch of great stuff that you're maybe not expecting and catches your eye and you want to check it out. There's, like you said, obviously there are people with medicine, but there's also people with great glass and clothing and all of these wonderful aspects of the business. But this time I'm particularly excited. Big Buddha, who's a staple overseas when we do the Cup in Amsterdam. He's always there. He always has a great booth, a great presence. He's a great guy, Milo from Big Buddha. And they're actually making their way out for the Denver Cup. They have, a really large booth, a great presence. So it's going to be really exciting to see him there. And, he's going to have some of his great wares. And it's really cool to see, people from overseas coming in.
Awesome. Yeah, I am looking forward to that and meeting all sorts of different folks because this is going to be big. This is going to be very, very big. How many different booths do you have? Do you know?
Oh man, I don't have a specific number on that, but there are just hundreds and hundreds of booths. I just got back from doing a walkthrough of EXDO for the first time, and they're already putting up the pop-ups. And, all the tents and tables and everything are being installed, and it's just massive. I mean, there's just so much to see. It's really an eclectic and amazing event. There's hundreds of vendors, so we're very excited. It's a huge task, an undertaking to get all of this running smoothly. But, we have all day tomorrow and morning on Saturday to get that running, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot of people there.
Yeah, I am looking forward to getting there, flying in Friday night. We'll see you there Saturday morning. Also, for folks, if you check out the vendors, of course, check out the smoke, of course, but they've got some world-class panels from experts on various different subjects in the cannabis community. I'm on one of the panels as far as social media goes with folks from Hail Mary Jane, Bianca Barnhill's on it, Coral Reefer, Paul Token. What are some of the other panels people get a chance to enjoy?
Social media panel, I think our managing editor, Jen Bernstein, is moderating that, and like you said, you're going to be there, and Lenny, and a bunch of great guests for that. I'm also very excited. I don't know if your listeners know, but I'm, the producer of Danny Danko's podcast, Free Weed.
Free Weed.
So on Saturday, Saturday at 5:00, Dan is going to do a live recording of Free Weed with some great cultivation guests. I think, we've got Adam from THC. I think Swerve from Cali Connection is going to be joining us. Just, a bunch of great growers. So if you're looking for some cultivation info, that's a great place to start. Saturday at 5. Our cultivation editor, Nico Escondido, is doing his seminar on Sunday. And, all throughout the event, there's going to be really cool seminars. We even have, believe it or not, a wedding at 420 on Saturday, a cannabis wedding. So
that's so excellent. All right, we're looking forward to that. Mike G from High Times Magazine. The whole event starts Saturday noon Mountain Time. How long does it go till?
I think the expo closes at 8:00 that night, but then, we go right off to Red Rocks. So if you have tickets for that, check that out. It's going to be Slightly Stupid in Cypress Hill that evening. Then we're back again Sunday at noon, and then we have the awards show that night at 7:30. And then after the awards show, we just added a live performance from Styles P.
Oh!
So it's going to be great.
You heard it here first. Styles P on Sunday night, just added to the High Times Cannabis Cup, and we'll bring you as much live coverage as we can. Mike, I will see you in a couple days. Thanks for joining us here on the show, and be safe, my man.
All right, Russ. Thanks for having me. I look forward to seeing you.
All right. Yeah, that's all the talk about here for Hour 1. Toker Talk Radio is coming up next with Brian DeRed hanging out with me, and the phone lines will be open at 971-533-7111. For everyone here at Rolla J Studios, thanks for joining us. No live show tomorrow. There will be a repeat. I'll be on a plane. So until Saturday at the High Times Cannabis Cup for 420, Take care of each other, tokers.
This is the Russ Belville Show. The Russ Belville Show is blogging and podcasting daily at radicalruss.com.
You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it, and it goes down smooth.